Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is our second episode and thank you so much for the support and the likes and the subscribes that we've got so far. It means so much, and when you do that, it's a free way of supporting this channel and it causes YouTube's algorithm to push our story to more people. So thank you very much for that. This week we're going to show you what we've been up to.
Alright, so our property is surrounded with electrical fence. But we've had so much rain of late and the poles are a little bit old, so you can see the gaps there that we've gotten. The wires are just sagging down. Maybe you can see over here as well. I'm trying to show you how it sags down there. That wire just sagging. So we are trying to just fix it. It's part of our security. And security is a challenge wherever we stay in South Africa. Luckily, it's not as bad as it is up in Gauteng. So we got three of the manna. You'll see Peter there and Devolt and Jeremy. They are working on the electric fence. Luckily, it's load shedding, so they can't get choked. They must remember. It's only 5 more minutes and the power comes back on. Look at that face. Okay, so part of our plan is then, let me show you this, is we bought some poles. Yeah, how this is going to influence on our community is we've got this like foresty area down here. So what we're planning is Christmas in the forest. We're going to make up a lot of Christmas stalls or with lights for families to come and walk through. So we have to encamp this. Oh, there's my finger in the way. Encamp this, and it's quite a distance. I think it's 300 or 400 meters long that we have to plant now poles all along here and extend our electric fence. Right, so we're at the wood yard this morning or lumber yard, that's the right word, to buy some poles for our children's church fence that we want to build. So we're going to build a fence that runs around the children's church from wood. We've got some pallets or pallet planks, if you want to put it that way, and we're going to put that through a planer, make it look nice. And so we're going to be picking up some poles here. So we're all loaded up. There we go. We got some extra poles. They gave us a good price. So let's shout out to this at this timber yard, which is called Sure Joy. Thanks to the guys from Sure Joy and Bill. He's giving us a good price. Bill, thank you so much. Give you a shout out. Thanks. Alright, so yeah, we've offloaded. Those are the planks we're going to use as the struts and all of that, or the slats between it and all of that. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. So we are going to fence in our children's church just to keep the kids out, keep them safe and in between the cars. So we're going to come just straight down this line up to here, and then we're going to run it all the way down there, about 1 meter high. I'm very excited about that. It's difficult for me because I don't know, how to approach this, how to share this. It's one of the struggles of what we want to do. We want to communicate to you guys on this channel the stuff that we go through, the emotions that we go through. So this morning I wake up, a lady has contacted me via WhatsApp. Somebody gave my number to her. I don't know, from a bar of soap. She's got an 11-year-old boy that's run away from home. He's been beaten up by his parents, and he's got nothing. He doesn't have no clothes, and it's winter, and he doesn't have shoes, nothing with him, and the welfare is involved. And can we not help with some clothing? So we don't like to get people secondhand stuff because we believe that people are valuable, and so we're trying to give some new stuff. So what we've done, we went and bought a couple of stuff, just actually one outfit, just basically one outfit that we can give to him. And let me show you. So it's a couple of pairs of socks we got here, and a pair of shoes, a pair of undies, just like 2 tracksuit pants. As you can see, the label is still on it, and a pullover of sorts, just to bless this boy and to communicate. But what's more important here is the heart. My heart breaks so badly. My son is 11. And they can't fend for themselves. What does an 11-year-old do? Yes, and this is where we are as a congregation. We want to make an impact in our society. So I thought I'd share this with you. I hope it doesn't come across in a bad way. So there the boy goes, and he's in that vehicle. And the lady also kind of, it's difficult for her as well, just to handle the situation regarding this. And so it's just a story how to do this and what to handle with it. It's very emotional. Small little boy, he's so grateful, so thankful for just receiving that. And the story is that his mom and his dad and the ex-husband all stayed together in a tent, and he got the short end of the stick. And the cops placed him with them for now. So let's see what happens to this thing. Quite exciting news. Because we've helped the 11-year-old boy, we've received a call now from the social worker that they have got 3 little kids that need a place. So, and Kwanzaa and myself have been trying to register as a home or house of safety for quite a period of time. So we are going to meet up with them the day after tomorrow to connect and with the people that are looking after the children. And the idea is to bring one of the children into our house and the other 2 into a family in our congregation. At least because it's a brother and 2 sisters, so at least we can have them see each other regularly on Sunday and not just split up and they don't know where each other is.
I'm going to introduce you to Rachel, my secretary. She has been at this congregation before I came. So she was here about 3 years before I came, and she's going to tell her story. It's an amazing story. It's a story that moves your heart, and listen to it. It'll bless you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Rachel, and I am the church secretary at Living Word Hibiscus on the South Coast. I'd just like to tell you a bit of my story. I've got lots of stories, but I'd like to just tell you my main story. I'll sort of start from the beginning. I got married in 1992. On the South Coast. I was brought up on the South Coast. I went to Sheppey High School. So I married Alan in 1992. We stayed here on the coast, and we sort of tried for a family sort of straight away, and nothing happened. But it never really bothered us at that time because we were still young. And then we moved overseas in 1998 to the UK. And while we were over there, we thought that we'd start trying for a family, and nothing happened. And I thought that something that I had done earlier in my life that I was ashamed of, and I'd asked God for forgiveness, and I always thought God was punishing me because of what I had done. So I never fell pregnant, but we thought we'd just keep on praying and leave it in God's hands. And if it was his will that we would have a child, we would. So we continued in the UK, we worked, and time was marching on. I was getting a bit older, and we thought time is running out. So we looked at different options. We looked at adoption. We went through that, and we felt that wasn't for us. And in the UK, you can have IVF treatment, which is a lot cheaper than South Africa. So we opted for the IVF treatment. But through all of this, we were strong Christians. We went to church, we continued, but we started on the IVF journey. We started IVF, and that was when I was, I think, 36, and the cutoff for IVF to register in the UK was 37. So it's a whole process that you have to go through with IVF treatment. Through the church that we were attending in the UK, they set up like a ladies' meeting every Wednesday at my house to come and pray for me through this whole process. And the first treatment didn't work, and it was a whole roller coaster ride. It really is up and down, up and down. You get excited, and then you get upset, and you question God. And through this whole thing as well, I kept on saying, I'm being punished for what I had done previously. And although I had asked God for forgiveness, I had never forgiven myself, although in a way I knew God had forgiven me, but I never really felt it. So the first IVF treatment didn't work. So then you have to wait a couple of months and start the whole process over. And we went through the second one, and that didn't work. And here I'm getting closer to 40. And then just before my third IVF treatment, it was a Wednesday, I'll never forget it, and the ladies were there at my house and they were praying. And one of the ladies said to me, she said, "You have never forgiven yourself for something that you did." And I just broke down. I broke down, and we prayed about it and released it to God. And that was the first time that I knew that God had forgiven me and I had forgiven myself. And I don't know how long afterwards, it must have been a couple of months, because it's a process with the IVF. Went through the IVF treatment, and it was just before Christmas. And I remember that those last 2 weeks when they do the implantation, and you've got to wait 2 weeks to do the pregnancy test. And I never did it early. And on the 23rd of December, 2009, I did the pregnancy test at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was pregnant. And I just fell to my knees and I thanked God. And I knew that because I'd forgiven myself, it was just a release in me. I was clean. I felt clean. And we went through the pregnancy, and our son was born on the 3rd of September 2010, Andrew, a miracle baby. And so we were in the UK at that time. I mean, I remember my parents coming over to be with us. And the support of the family in the church over there was wonderful. But we missed South Africa. We missed our family over here. So we came back in, I think it was the Feb of the 2011 for a holiday, came back, had Andrew dedicated over here because all the family was over here. And then we moved back. And we just couldn't settle. So in the June of 2011, we decided to pack up and come back to South Africa. So Andrew was 6 months old. We moved to Amanzimtoti because my husband got a job in Umhlanga. But the South Coast was always our home, even although Amanzimtoti is just 45 minutes away from here. We just wanted to move back to the South Coast. Moved back down here, and we settled down here. So Andrew was then 3. Unfortunately, my husband then, Alan, was diagnosed with cancer in the December of 2013, and he passed away in 2014 on the 4th of April 2014. You know, you question then, we've been through all this IVF, waited so long to have Andrew. Andrew was then 3. But through it all, God was there. God was there. And in that time, I had started coming to Living Word in 2013, Alan and myself. And I had to sell the garden service because Alan was sick, so that I had to do myself, and we moved house and all of that. And through that, the church helped us and supported us, and there was a job going here as the church secretary. So I started here when Alan was sick on the 2nd of April 2014. I got the job here, but they were so wonderful here. They gave me time off because Alan was going through chemo and in hospice. And then, as I said, Alan passed away the 4th of April, and I just continued here. And I questioned why now, God, you know, but God's timing is absolutely wonderful, because I always think if I'd had Andrew in my 20s, Andrew would have been 20 in his 20s, 30s then, and even through, so I wouldn't have had Andrew to keep me going, and even through all that sadness and grief, God is there. He gets you through it. And as I say, his timing is absolutely perfect. Andrew now is 12 years old, a lovely boy. He looks just like his dad, absolutely wonderful boy. I'm so blessed. But I just want to let everybody know, through all of this, God is with you. He will help you. He will guide you, no matter what you have done. You know, He forgives us. Once we've asked for His forgiveness, He's forgotten about it. We can hang on to it. We hang on to it, but God has forgiven us, and He's with you always, no matter what you ask. He's our Father. You know, I keep on saying you know, we want the best for our children. So what does God want for us? He wants the absolute best for us. So I just want to encourage you to look to God for everything. In every circumstance, He is there, and He's always with you. Thank you very much for listening to me.
That's Rachel's story. I hope you guys like that. It moved my heart when she first told me, and I've been encouraging her to just share that with people, because there's so much power in there, and it's so liberating to learn from other people's lives. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and share, and we'll see you in the next episode. God bless.